Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you are, ting, a little ting. Welcome to Leeds City Centre. As you can see, look, Queen's Hotel. I'm just about to go to get my train. So this morning we're going to Nottingham. It's becoming a bit of a favourite, is old Nottingham. Been there quite a few times now. But it's not, I repeat, it's not a Fiat 500. Today's mission is to pick up a car. It's black. It's top spec, full leather interior, heated seats, the business. I've owned one of these cars, but a generation probably 4 times earlier than this one. But I've never bought one of these to sell. So yeah, hopefully it'll bring back a few memories for me. But I think they've changed that much since I had mine. My car was, the number plate was G996 KCL, right, of my version of this. So that's 1990. So, you know, we're a good few years on now in 2025. So yeah, I think it'll be an interesting one because it's not my usual stock. So I'm probably going to be dealing with definitely not first time buyers. This is probably who would buy this car? Let's put a profile together for it. I would probably say possibly a mum doing school runs, possibly. But I'd probably more likely say it's more of a middle-aged man in between cars. Maybe not a petrol head because it's diesel. No, maybe not a car fan. Maybe it's just like a run-of-the-mill mid-size diesel. So that's probably enough for now. It might be on the thumbnail, so you might already know what it is. If it's not, then I can keep you guessing, and pop your guesses in the comments, because like I say, I'm weirdly a bit sad, excited about this one. I'm just hoping there's no DPF problems or any problems related to a diesel, or any problems anyway, because the last 2 cars, or a couple of the last few cars, you know, I have had issues with. So depending on when this video comes out, you might have seen them, you might have not, but it's been a lot of faffing around with various parts and playing the old parts roulette game. So yeah, let's hope this one isn't the case, but it is a WeBuyAnyCar.com car. So yeah, again, always risky, but fingers crossed I ain't had a bad one of them yet. So yeah, let's get on and I'll see you in Nottingham. Right, arrived in Nottingham. The little outside benches are here. So, has anyone seen Homeland? The series Homeland. Great series if you want one to watch. It's probably, well, it's quite a few years old now. Anyway, I digress slightly. I've just got into the taxi and there's a baddie in Homeland called Abu Nazir. Mate, my taxi driver's name was Abu Nazir, and he even looked like him. He's clearly, like, you know, broke out of whatever he was doing and he's now a taxi driver. Weird, proper weird. Anyway, yeah, we digress. We're at BCA. We'll get in and get the car and I'll have a little walk round. Give me 2 seconds in the next clip. So, an Astra Elite. So I get here, the key doesn't seem to work very well. Doesn't do anything, so maybe a battery's gone or something. But all the windows are open. It's very odd. Very odd indeed. But looks okay. Maybe after a wash. Top spec. So yeah, we're looking alright, I think. All full leather. Obviously needs a clean, like we said. But they all do. They all do. Don't think it's horrendous. How's that looking there? Bit of water in there, which is a bit odd. That's a bit odd as well, isn't it? Look. Alright. I'll pop the key in, see if the windows work, and I'll have a look under the bonnet. There was a little bit of damage on this one somewhere. Yeah, just there, looks. You can just see it, can't you? It's nothing really. All that'll scuff out. It's just that tiny bit there. So yeah, not horrendous. Right, I'll come back to you in a bit. Right, well, that's been fun with a capital F. Listen, before I tell you this story, shout out to my mate Lewis, yeah, at Flipping Motors UK. I think most of you probably watch his channel. If you don't, get across there. What a flipping legend. So, let me tell you the story. Unbeknown to me, Lewis was also in Nottingham this morning, and I didn't know that he was there. And I didn't see him either. So let me tell you the story. Right, I'll crack on. Driving out of Nottingham BCA, this car was driving faultlessly. Really smooth, really nice. Nothing really seemed to be a problem. Obviously, we picked up on the windows being down, but that was the only thing I really picked up on walking around. So I thought, well, they all work, so they've all gone back up. So maybe it's something to do with central locking. Anyway, I slightly digress because that's a different story. So start coming out of Nottingham, and a car starts flashing behind me. So what's that? All I can see, probably about 30 seconds after the car was flashing, is just smoke coming out of the exhaust, or at least that's what it looked like. So I thought, oh shit. So I pulls over into like a central reservation. There's a bit of space, and crazy. Open the bonnet, seems fine. Walk around the car, seems fine. Still driving fine, by the way. Temperature was bang on, so it wasn't hot. I'm thinking, I'm gonna have to ring their bloody AA, aren't I? Right? I'm miles from Leeds. It's gonna ruin my day. I had some plans, etc. So I ring Lewis. I was like, mate, I know he knows his Vauxhalls. So I'm like, mate, got this car. He went through what it was, what engine it was. It's 2 litre, and he's like, DPF, mate. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, it'll have been stud, and it'll be doing a clean. And let me tell you, could be the turbo, but I think it'll be fine. Just send it. And I'm like, mate, it's fucking smoking out of the back, like quite a lot. And he's like, yeah, get it in 3rd gear, 4th gear, get up to 50, over 2,500 revs, give it a blast. So, at the risk of breaking it, well, is it really? I said to him on the phone, it's probably not a risk. I'm currently sat in a lay-by. So, actually, there is no risk. Sod it, I'm going to send it. So, he stayed on the phone with me. He was about 40 minutes in front of me, so just a bit far to expect him to come back, and I wouldn't have asked him to do that anyway. So he stayed on the phone, did exactly what he told me to do. I'm like, mate, it's still smoking. It's like 5 minutes on. He's like, yeah, probably should be starting to not smoke now. Maybe it's your turbo. So I'm like, right, shall I give it a couple more minutes? He went, yeah, give it a couple more minutes, maybe up the revs slightly, drop into 3rd and up the revs. So again, I did exactly what he told me to do. And this is why I'm calling him a legend. No smoke. It was literally just cleaning out the DPF. And he brought me onto a bit of a conversation with him, actually, and I'll now share that with you. Like, I'm somebody who knows cars relatively well, right? But when smoke comes out of the exhaust, and it's never happened to me before, I'm going to stop. I'm going to probably slightly panic, yeah, if I'm a normal driver of this car and an owner of this car, thinking, shit, this is now going to cost me some cash, yeah? And I did all them things, and I'm relatively, you know, like I said, I know cars relatively well. I still panicked, slightly maybe. I still thought about my checkbook, my wallet, thinking, you know. So, is this the reason why this car was at We Buy Any Car? I think it might be. If you can think, if this car, because it's drove hardly any miles
for a while because of the the MOT and stuff that I've checked, and clearly haven't done many miles for a while. Is this why this car was at WeBuyAnyCar.com? It started smoking. They've took it down because it doesn't do it when it wasn't doing it when I first picked it up, so probably started doing it when you get to a certain temperature. All that smoke's come out of the back, and they thought, sod this, I'll whip it down to WeBuyAnyCar.com and cash in. Maybe. And actually, it was just that. Now, I'm not daft enough to realise that it might just be that. Yeah, there might still be things wrong with this car. However, what I'm going to say to you is it's driving so smooth, so well. No knocks, no bangs. It's driving really well, smooth as. It's got a TMPS light on, which is the back right hand side tyre, which I just need to put a bit of air in. I did put some air in it, but obviously I've not put enough in it, so it's still on. So yeah, Lewis reckons it might be something to do with glow plugs, and apparently these glow plugs on this particular car are quite pricey, £120 each, I think he said. And he said that's getting them cheap as well. So listen, I've got a bit of money in this car anyway, because I bought it relatively cheap. So this car is a 64 plate. Just wait for this juggernaut to take me out. It's a 64 plate. It's nearly 2015. It's done 84,000 miles. It's the top spec, so full leather interior, heated seats, cruise control, limiter, everything. It's got everything. Everything you would possibly need on a car. This machine to tick that box. Right? It's even quite comfy. So I paid 2.2 for it. That's including fees, which I didn't think was too bad at all. Now, if that problem is a turbo or whatever, then that's a different kind of story. But I bought this car thinking there was no faults with it, because them BCA reports are so damn good. Yeah. Well, listen, they wouldn't have known anyway. So because on these, as Lewis was telling me, if you've got a Vauxhall, it's very rare the engine light will come on, especially this kind of age Vauxhall. It just says service soon. This does say service soon. So Lewis's mind has gone straight to some glow plugs. So when I get back, I'll plug the old top don in, and we'll find out exactly what the problem is, if there's a problem. I'm sure there will be, but like I said, it's driving really well. The good news was half a tank of fuel. So no fuel stops so far, and I won't need any either. So yeah, there's not really much else to tell you apart from I papped my pants when all that smoke was coming out. Put in the comments if that's ever happened to you before, where actually it wasn't a serious problem. Well, we think it's not a serious problem. As this video is filmed and as the days pass, we might find it is a serious problem. Who knows? But listen, just to end this little clip here, again, thank you very much to Lewis for his advice and emotional support. Top man. And I'll see you in the next clip. Right, we're back with, I don't know if it's good news, to be honest. I need to check the car properly. So it did all the DPF regen like we thought it did. And that was fine. So I took it out the next day. We're another day on now. So I took it out the next day, yesterday, and it did still smoke a tiny, tiny bit sat in traffic. So what I need to check now, I've been advised by two mechanics, the two that I normally use, to take the air intake off that goes into the turbo. It's too hot at the moment, so I can't do it. I mean, the car engine's too hot, not the weather, clearly, because we're going in winter now. And if there's oil in there, probably needs a turbo. If it needs a turbo, it's fine. I'll re-turbo it. I'll re-turbo it. Yeah, because it needs an MOT anyway, so it's gonna have to have a new turbo on to get through the emissions anyway, and it's the right thing to do. I'd hate to sell someone a car that you know, you go in from a process to buy a new car and actually it starts smoking. And I know they'd bring it back anyway, but it's not the point, is it? It's the point that, you know, I want them to enjoy it and I want it to be right. So So that's an issue that I need to sort. So if it does have oil in that pipe, then I'm just going to buy a turbo and book it in with Andy. But on to some different news, which I'll do now in the next clip. So both Astra keys are knackered. So here's one example. There's some bits from the other one. A battery that I've replaced in the other one, but the other one's inside. So that's the case for the other one that I need to swap over. And this is the new case for this one. So I'm going to change this one now and I'll see if it works. Hold tight and see what it looks like in a second. Get in! Woo! You don't know how happy I am right now. Small things and all that, like I say. I've just saved myself 180 quid. I'm going to spin you around and I'm going to show you how. And it's not as easy as I first thought. I needed an extra tool. Right, I'm showing you on the table, on my desk. So this one, I haven't even done anything with yet. And that would probably be the main key because it's got one of them doodads on it. However, I thought this one might be the easier one to fix. So this is the new bit. And inside, I wish I'd shown you this because it was actually quite difficult. So the new key came with this blade. But obviously I didn't want this blade. And this blade came with like a surround around there. And it was fixed in place. So if this was the new one, it was fixed in there and you couldn't get it out. So I had to chop it off and chop it out. Because it was like, that bit there was like encased. Like that almost. So chop that out. That was the first thing. And this was what remains of the last one. That was the battery holder. This and other missing bits. I decided, well, I need to get this bit out, which was also stuck in there. And so, you know, the only option I had was was the hammer down on the floor there. So I smashed this to pieces, got that key bit out, the actual key, and that is supposed to be like that. It doesn't retract, that one. So I thought, I'll get that out. I'll put all the gubbins from inside here into the new one, and it wouldn't shut. It wouldn't shut. Then I forgot which way around to put the battery, so I just guessed. Anyway, I finally got it shut after using some pliers and stuff, just trying to cut all the remaining black bits that were on there. So I cut all them off. I lodged that in there, shoved it in, look, it fits perfectly. Guessed with the battery, put it together in between my two palms and like, woo. I've just gone out, unlocked the car, locked the car, started the car. Woo! So this cost me £6.99 for this case. Oh my God, honestly. Or I nearly booked a guy to do it for 180 quid. So I've got this one to do now, but I'm so happy because this one works perfectly. What was happening, the problem with the key was you couldn't lock it. And if you did lock it, all the windows came down. So all that was to do with the key. And now I have an operation key. Come on! Honestly, I am so chuffed. On to the next clip. The weather has changed. Right, we're going to tackle this glow plug on the Astra. I'm going to spin you around. Right, so here's the Astra. That glow plug I just showed you there was £124 reduced. It was supposed to be 160 quid. Right, so I've got this ready. I've taken this off. Ready. So we're going to release that and take this out. So I'll come back to you in a second because I can't hold this and do that. So 2 seconds. So that's now been taken out. Just with my 12 deep socket, and now the new one's going in. So well, that was really easy. Literally all you need to do is just pop that socket on and undo it, but you just got to keep your socket really straight. It just goes in there, look. So we'll get the new one in now. The moment of truth is going to come in a minute, because now we're in. See how shiny that is compared to the other one. I'll pop a little picture up now of what the new one looks like compared to the old one, so you can just see. But yeah, right, I'm going to crank this, give it a little blast, and see if all the codes are now clear. Wish me luck, and I'll come back to you in a second. Right, so that's all put back together now. I've started it. Should be another clip somewhere, I'm sure of it. Anyway, all the faults are now cleared, and we'll take it for a spin. Might even do a DPF regen myself, a forced one, which I'll show you how to do that. Yeah, all right, let's take it for a run and let's see how it performs. Right, so I've skipped all the boring stuff for you. Select this menu, select that menu, select that menu, all that rubbish. So I've just drove the car from home to here, which is not far at all, and I've plugged it back in. I've checked all the faults. All the faults are clear, so that's a good start. So the glow plugs obviously help clear everything else. Now what I want to do is just make sure that the only fault we had was the glow plug, because when I took it back out again, it did start smoking a little bit. Nothing like the original time when I told you about when I first picked it up, but it still did do a bit. So looking at the glow plugs, that could do that. So what I'm going to do now is do that regen. We've just got to wait for the DPF regen on this system. So I'm doing a forced one, so I'm making it do it. I've just got to wait for this to heat up enough to be able to do it. And then I'll show you what it does, because it just revs itself and kicks a load of shit out of the back. And yeah, hopefully then that clears everything. Now, when I take it for a run after that, if it starts smoking again, then that is going to take us to either needs a DPF or it's a turbo problem. When I first picked this car up, or when I first plugged in my machine, it did say there was a turbo issue, but it looks like somebody's either put a new turbo on or like a recon one, because the heat shield was loose when I picked it up. So they've definitely been investigating something. So it might just be they're investigating it all because of the glow plug. But since I've wiped all the problems, the faults off, the only fault that came back after doing a reasonable amount of driving in it was the glow plug. So I think the turbo might have just, because one of the codes was a learner on the turbo. So I think my long drive back from Nottingham and then the other drives I've done, maybe it has learned itself now that it's okay. So listen, lots of complicated shit that I don't understand all of it. So we'll do the bits that we're going to do, which is this bit first. So I'm going to cut to you when the car's actually going to do it. So in the next clip. Right, everything back together now. Heat shield back on. I think the glow plug has done the trick. And a bit more research, because these glow plugs are pressurised ones, that's why they're so bloody expensive. That can cause the DPF to start trying to regenerate, which it obviously did on me the other day. So I tried to do a force regen on it, but my top don wouldn't do it. Just said it was out of scope or something like that. So I checked the live data and it said it's got 51% soot. So as long as it's below 70, we're all right. So and it'll regen when it gets too high. So yeah, I mean, I just took it for a half an hour blast now, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. There's no smoke or nothing. So I mean, this is the car anyway. You've had a quick look around it. So I've now fixed the windows. I think I've fixed what was going on with the engine, with the glow plug. I've put the heat shield back on that was loose when I got it. No codes now. Even after half an hour's drive, there's no code. So I think it's time for MOT, as it needs one. It's had 2 years advisory free, so hopefully that's all good. Oh, I've also fixed the TPMS as well. Well, when I say fixed it, I've blown up the tyres, and that's all gone off now. So yeah, pretty happy to a degree with this one. Drives absolutely lovely as well. So once I've cleaned it inside, because it is a bit dirty,
it'll be up for sale and we'll get cracking. So yeah, hopefully not on a horrendous buy, which is what I thought it was at the start. I'll see you in the next clip.
And while I've been fixing cars in the rain, and I say cars, which will all become apparent in future or previous videos, let's see what Danny Boy's getting up to.
What we're going to see up here, Daniel?
Well, we're going to see the car of my dreams, that's what we're going to see.
Okay.
I should say that I'm with the woman of my dreams, but she isn't here yet.
You can't have everything.
You can't have everything. It seems I've got
Seems
nothing.
you've got nothing because you haven't got the car either.
Yeah, I've got the car either, that's true. It's impossible to do thoughts on this, I tell you. Wow. If you come down here, I'll show you what.
Are you in Alpha Heaven?
Oh, I'm in Alpha, that's the word, Alpha Heaven. Now, Helen, this is my ultimate Alpha.
Okay, why?
Alpha 8C. When it first came out, I thought, oh my god, it's a perfect design for me anyway. If I found $250,000 under the sofa, this is what I'd buy. It is absolutely gorgeous, this car. This is peak Alpha in my eyes.
You might have to speak up a bit.
This is peak Alpha in my eyes. I would sell a kidney to get this car.
Why don't you?
Well, it's not, at least it's not as sozzled as your kidneys, so let's put it that way. But it's a beautiful, beautiful car. And another car I really liked, but I couldn't afford at the time, was this 156 over here.
This blue one?
This blue one. When these first came out, I was drooling, but I didn't have the money to buy one. One car of the year.
How much would that have been at the time?
Way too much. When they came out new, I just drooled over. Every time I saw one, I stopped in the street to have a look at it. It was absolutely gorgeous.
And you like this colour, didn't
I
you?
do like this colour as well. It's a special iridescent sort of bluey green. It was an option on the car. And I had all the brochures though, but I didn't have the car, I had all the brochures. But, and this one as well, I liked 164. In fact, by chance, and I know I've got the Brera, which is one of my favourite cars. My three favourite old school Alphas, I mean, here, that's a new school, but these two I absolutely, in the cloverleaf form.
So we've got 1987.
Yeah, 87, 97, and
97.
Oh, so 10 years, yeah.
10 years apart.
Yeah. So each one of these cars I thought was absolutely brilliant.
Okay, and would you recommend a visit here?
If you've got an Alpha, if you haven't got an Alpha, but I suppose if you haven't even got an Alpha, it's still an interesting museum.
If you like cars.
If you like cars, and it's a little bit out of town, but you just take the metro and then a taxi and you're here.
15 euros in, was it? Yeah.
It's 15 euros entry. We can do the tour of the storage, but someone said don't bother. You've got more than enough to see up here. Now it's got the history of the racing. And it's really well designed.
I think the storage though is only on a weekend.
Yeah,
if you were saying to people, so you just need to watch out for that, don't you?
Yeah, but it's got so many interesting vehicles. Alpha history is vast. Yeah.
Okay, I think that's about it. So any other top tips? Or?
Yeah, William, you just keep fixing them cars in the rain because I'm going to enjoy myself in Milan. So I'll see you soon.
Ciao.
Okay, ciao.
Can you imagine? A really good mate. Well, enjoy fixing cars in the rain while I'm in Milan. Lovely job. Yeah, listen, he was telling me about it. And he's a massive Alfa fan, as you probably already know anyway from some of the videos that we've done together. And he was in dreamland. Absolutely loved it. So, yeah, any questions about it, pop them in the comments and I'll get them answered for you. But, yeah, apparently an amazing museum in Milano. Right, back to the Astra.
Right, we have a clean vehicle. Only issues in here now, really, which I'm not going to do anything about, is the eco button and a very small bit on the aircon. But let me just tell you about this car. Now it's fixed. It's got an MOT for 12 months now.
Advised on the front tyre cracking, and a rear spring is corroded. But it drives absolutely amazing. So good, so comfy. These seats, obviously being full leather, heated. Not that I need the heat right now because it's actually sunny for once. But yeah, now it's clean. It looks great and it drives great. The amount of kit that you get in one of these, I mean, bearing in mind this car is going to be what maximum I'm going to sell this for is probably 3,250. Auto Trader is saying it's 3,700, but I obviously go a little bit cheaper. But I mean, look, it's got limiter, cruise control, phone connectivity, aircon, heated front seats, full leather. It's got, what else has it got? Parking sensors, traction control. Well, that's not really most do anyway, don't it? But it's got everything. It's got absolutely everything. Really impressed with it, to be honest. Really impressed. Engine sounds sweet, pulls really well, does loads of miles to the gallon. Oh, it's got auto stop as well. I don't know if you like auto stop or not. I don't particularly like it, but it's got it. Yeah, dead chuffed. So what we've now got to do is clean on the outside, but there is a few, you can see because of the sun, but there's a few gashes. Look, I'm not sure if I'm going to a few gashes. I'm not sure if I'm going to get that off. I'm also not sure if I can get that off, and it's quite a lot, look, of scratches. So I'm going to do my thing and let's see, because it looks quite nice if you can see the fleck in it, but there is quite a lot of scratches. So I'll see what I can get out and I'll give you a little viewing in a minute. But just so we're clear, look, it's quite bad, that one. Again, guess what? Not on the report. Right, I'll see you in a minute after I've had a bash at this. Right, so the sun is not being kind to us. Well, it is, the fact it's in the sky, but you're not going to see much of this, I don't think. So I can show you. So that one there's come out, but these ones here are a little better, but not fully come out, but they are reasonably hard to see standing back here. So yeah, reasonably happy with it. Not being able to do my all my magic as usual, but I think what you'll find is this is a more than respectable car. Nice and clean now. Like I said before, MOT all done. Full leather. I'll let you see in the front. Yeah, it'll make a great family car, this, for just over £3,000. Or maybe just under £3,000, depending on how we go. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. Really happy with it. So, next time you'll see me is probably in the garage discussing what happened next with it. There you go. Let me know what you think in the comments. Just on a walk with the pooch. And I thought I'd share a few frustrations with you. So, frustration number one. Well, I thought it was frustration, but when I actually looked at my figures and everything, it shouldn't be a frustration. So we're currently at the end of September, and one more car sold and I'd be at my record. So it shouldn't actually be frustrating, but because I sold everything at the beginning of the month, it feels really quiet. And I think it has gone quiet, even though I'm nearly on record sales. Feels a little bit weird. So yeah, I had like 4 sales in the first week of September, and then 1, and then nothing. I've got a couple of cars still on my drive that have been there for a significant time. And again, when I say significant time, a month maybe is the longest one. And this one, the Astra, this one is for about 3 weeks, but I've had to do bits to it, hadn't I? So it's only been on sale for 2 weeks. So, second frustration, the price of cars and the interesting cars. So the reason I bought this Astra was I thought I got a bargain. Yeah, I thought I got it really cheap. 2,200, full leather interior, full kit on it,
You know, it's got everything. You've seen earlier in the clip what it's got and what the car looks like. This car's for sale for $2,695. And I know I shouldn't probably reduce it the way I do. But again, I've got limited space, so I want them in and out. So that kind of explains that bit. So $2,695 is an absolute bargain. It's been on that now. It's on Auto Trader, this one. And it's been on that price now for 3 days. But it's been up for sale for nearly 2 weeks. It started at $2,995. Then I noticed that loads are reduced. So I've dropped it to $2,895. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm reducing it too quick. I've just put 12 months MOT on it. I've fixed the issues with it. Car drives lovely now. I should just wait out. And maybe I should. So what I'm going to say to you is if this car doesn't sell in the next 3 days, it's going back on Auto Trader at top whack, $2,995. It's worth that all day long, I think. It's a cheap car. So that's what we're going to do. But the frustration part of that is I'm selling cars. Look at that, nice little walk this. I'm selling cars like the last, one of the last videos, because I don't know when this video is going to come out, but one of the last videos you'll have seen is a Peugeot. No, it wasn't, sorry. Toyota Aygo. Same thing anyway, but you know what I mean. A blue one, 2011 plate, and a Fiat 500, 2009. Both of them cars sold for in the region of, I think, the Fiat 500 was $2,995 and I think the Toyota was $2,895. This Astra is newer than both of them, a better car than both of them, got more kit on it than both of them. It's just weird, isn't it? The demand for these little small petrols is what's causing the price fluctuation, I guess. But hey-ho, not really a massive frustration. I just need to buy more small petrols, don't I? And forget about the diesels. Right, in the next clip.
Gone like the wind. Yeah, two really top class lads. Yeah, really nice lads. Came down originally from Nigeria, had some brilliant chat about heritage and stuff like that, and I like that because you end up learning stuff. Yeah, came down and took the car, had a basic look round it, but went out for a drive, and like I say, it drives so smooth anyway. Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted actually. I think I sold it too cheap. And then the cheeky, he goes to me, so I'm transferring you 2,695, 2,685, all right, so I can get £10 worth of fuel? And I went, yes it is, just for your cheek. I quite like that. I like the little, 10 quid. I mean, what's 10 quid? I like that little cheek. I love it. So yeah, top lads, and drove away really happy. And that is a nice car for 2,695. 2,685. That's a nice, sweet ride. I'm a little bit gutted, like I said, because I said in the last clip, if it sells in the next few days, fine. If not, I'll put it back at top whack, and I think it's worth top whack. I was just having a joke with him. He's like, "Oh, I can't believe I've transferred you all my money. $2.5 grand. It's gone now." I was like, "Mate, don't worry. Go home, sell it for $3 grand because you'll be able to." It's just I get myself in a bit of a rush. I've explained to you guys before about space on the drive. It's quite important. So yeah, sometimes I probably am selling my cars a bit cheap. However, what I will say is, a lot of the other Astras are exactly the same spec, similar mileage, similar age and all that. They've all got reduced. So, that is probably about the going rate, anywhere between 2,695 and $3 grand. There's not many over $3 grand for the same spec as that, with the same mileage and age. So, yeah, didn't even look at the service history. I said, "Oh, mate, I said to his mate, do you want to have a look at service history?" He went, "No, it drives. That's all we need." So happy days. Happy days. So that's it for this one. And yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, because this video is a long video. It's probably one of the longest ones I've done because of what happened with the car. So hopefully you've stuck around to the end. And if you have, thank you very much. Please like and subscribe if you've not already. And I'll see you. And the next one, I know what is now. It's another broken-ish car. Next Sunday night. Stay tuned, and I'll see you there. Goodbye for now. Goodbye.